Hello everyone. It's a little past midnight now here, and it's very quiet, calm, cool. The weather is amazing. Um, Judy and Joala are already asleep, and they're snoring. Literally, I can hear them snoring right now. And yes, so it's an amazing time to read poems or write. I don't know. That's just my preference. A few months ago, a lovely lady named Animbaite, she shared um, an intriguing picture, an Instagram post rather, and requested me to write a poem on it. And I graciously agreed to her request because the picture was very interesting and unique. And so yeah, but at the time, nothing of significance came to me, and so I thought, okay, we'll take some time. And um, well, I took some time, and well, that some time became a month, 2 months, three, and it went on. And but fortunately, a few days ago, it was raining, and I was playing some really soothing music. I was in my cozy sweater, and I remembered the picture, and I pulled it out and just looked at it and started writing some things. And yes, it something that came out of it, and I got a beautiful poem that ultimately became close to me. And well, my dear Anim, I'm not. Uh, I'm sure. What I have written might not be what you had expected, but I think that's also the beauty of art. Um, that it's never predictable, and so I hope you appreciate what I had written. And the title of the poem is For Him Who Was Never There. This is how the poem goes. For him who was never there. He walked in like a perfect dream, his face sculpted for my eyes, a voice so familiar and safe. His scent was almost heavenly, like a cologne made just for me. I swooned, and he caught me as I fell. He smiled and said he loved me so. He flew me to the clouds and back. We ate and lived like kings and queens in a castle we designed just for us. In a blink, half a decade passed. I looked in the mirror to see no one. I had forgotten who I was. It was a world only he knew, where even my name I forgot. I must go home now, I said. But I created this world for us, he wept. His tears said he needed me. I held him tight and stayed some more, and he smiled once again. In a blink, half a decade passed. He named the city after me. I grew and changed, but he never did. I had to be there to care and love. He had no family to call his own. I must go home now, I said. He begged and cried for me to stay. I must go home now, I said. But I had forgotten my way back home. He said I was his to keep. So I packed and walked to the door. Then I felt a sting on my back. He had stuck a knife in my spine. His hands were drenched in my blood. He said I was his to keep. As I crawled towards the door, he stood before me with his knife, carving off his face I loved so much. It was a mask, nothing more. His scent and voice I loved were gone. I did love him with all my heart, maybe go home and come back for him, but his emptiness was deep within. He needed to feed on a living soul every single day and night. I never loved you, he confessed. I do not have a heart that beats. I kept you to fill my endless void. Then he left me with only his bones, as his soul left for another world. This city today echoes with memories of someone who was never there. Some days I sit alone and do wonder. Perhaps he did love me in his way, at least for the first moon or two. So that's for him who was never there for you. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.